Hey guys, happy Saturday everyone. Welcome to our daily stock market insights Saturday episode. And we are here to talk about your favorite stocks. And if this is your first time to watch our video, know that we're doing this every single day. So I'm inviting you guys to hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever we have new videos. And if at any point you have a stock that has not been discussed in this episode, feel free to drop a comment because I feel like I will be able to record another part or a part two of this by tonight, depending on how many requests that you guys are going to drop. In the meantime, go ahead and hit the subscribe and definitely I'd be very happy if you do support our channel. And also, I'd like to share some comments. Okay, I always like that. Samuel Teodoro always drops by our channel and share very good insights every single day. So I think it is really worth sharing to you as well. He said ACEPH to ACEN coming soon in a disclosure to the PSE today. AC Energy Philippines will be changing its name to AC Energy Corporation with the stock symbol ACEN. The change in name is subject to SEC approval. So let's check out the chart later and see what could be the possible effect of this name change to the performance. Okay, another one, EMP or Emperador. Uh, Emperador in, SEC out. So it looks like Emperador is now going to be part of the index, right? And SEC out. Effective August 17, Emperador will replace Semirara in the PSE index based on the PSE index review as of June 2020, according to Inquirer. PSE index consists of 30 Philippine companies, which is seen as an indicator of the country's economic climate. To be included as an index stock, a company should have at least 15% free float level and meets the required liquidity and capitalization criteria. So let's check those out as well. SEC and Emperador. And Aaron also requested for home to be reviewed. And there also I got a very helpful comment from Yuri Naxela. He said that my audio wasn't really good in my last video. I was using a different laptop, so it's interesting that when I play the video using my laptop, it was doing okay. But really, very helpful, Yuri. Very helpful feedback, guys. If you can also share a feedback. Right now, I'm using a different laptop with a microphone, so let me know if my audio is okay and the message is clear. That would be really helpful if you can share your thoughts there. So I try my best to ensure that we're clear, our audio is clear when we talk here, because of course we want to learn from one another. We don't have a good experience if the audio is not that good. Okay, so feel free to drop a comment, guys. Let me know if the audio is just fine. In the meantime, let's hop into the market. Let's talk about the index first. And yeah, I already plotted some lines here. Looks like at the moment our index has, the stocks in the index have already soared a little higher, and then people are starting to take profit. As a result, it has so far, it is still respecting that downtrend channel there, where you have here this area as your declining resistance. So it's still on a downtrend. However, I'd like to plot our support near 5,690 level because previously you had your resistance there. It was also respected here. So I'm thinking there's also a possibility that we can just do sideways perhaps and then continue to move higher again. Okay, so once we go near the 5,690 level, let's observe how the market is performing. All right. Next would be our nickel over here. nickel has been moving um, bullishly in the past how many weeks, right? And you also have, all right, dividend, a possible dividend play here, August 18, 2020. So just in case this is your first time to witness this, and you want to understand how to engage in a stock with dividend release. So when you see X date here, that means if you are just going to enter on the 18th of August, that means you are no longer included in the dividend. However, let us say you entered prior to August 18, even August 17, and then you exit, for instance, on the 18th of August, you will be counted. Because the first minute of the day on the 18th of August, if the system recognizes you having a stock in nickel, then you're already included. And it will be paid to your account on the 4th of September. Okay? So just take note of that. Sometimes on the 18th of August, that's when people start to exit, and then you'll see price declining. What about this? March 24th, April 8th. What happened last April 8th? Okay, so the stock, so looks like because we have reached the bottom here, it did not really drop that much anymore. So your call, guys. Overall, this stock is still moving higher. However, I see the nearest resistance. So far this is already at a short-term resistance. Reason why I said that is because I see this price level being our previous support, and now that's another thing that we have to break. Once it gets broken, then that's a good sign, because we might have another set of another wave here pushing the price higher, and then probably some retracement there, and then continue to move up like what happens here, right? So for instance, this one, it broke this line over here, so we moved higher, but there was a retracement, temporary retracement, and it pushed the price even higher. Now, so just take note, in case the price starts higher than 2.82 by Monday, then and then most of the sentiment is above 2.86 or 2.82 level, then that's a good sign. You have a breakout play there. So my recommendation is, if you're just purely trading this, right? Because traders would like to get outright profit, and shorter games there, shorter plays. So make sure to watch the market at a faster time frame and really understand the sentiment, if it's going to go up or people will be taking profit, considering that we're very near a resistance. However, for those people who really want to be an investor in this stock, I just feel like there is still some room for a price increase. All right, imagine that previous resistance here. I think this is a 52-week high, right? It even reached 4.77. So from the point where we are in right now to this point, that's a 64% increase. But we don't really have an idea as to how fast it would reach that level. But so far, if you are to read the thread concerning nickel, there are a lot of good speculations, but just really be careful in identifying which of these information are reliable, because some people in Instagram, some of them are hyping. So I seldom do read the thread. I just purely base my insights on the technicals and the news, of course, more reliable source. But sometimes people also post some reliable sources here, like credible ones. All right. So there you have it, guys. That's your resistance area. So if it goes beyond that line, so that's a good sign we might have a breakout play. Otherwise, if there's a pull down, a pullback, then check out the possible area, which is around 2.41, which is around your MA20 line, as a possible area of bounce. The next one is Dito. Okay, many people are so into Dito for long term, because a lot of uh, them are looking forward to the potential of this third telco. So the target is for next year, right? Next year for this to be on a full swing. And right now, a lot of traders are really displaying this stock. Slight bounces don't really pan out for the longer term, because they take profit right away. So I think that's just really how it is going to move until such time they become fully operational. But so far, based on what I have read, they're still on track. The government has given them an extension of has extended the deadline for them to construct all the towers needed, and the number of towers required to become fully operational. And so far after that, based on the news that we have read, they're right on track in terms of completion. And right now, it has moved higher. People took profit, and maybe it is going to, have some stabilization first before it goes up again. But guys, this stock has already dropped significantly, and the bottom, I think we have already reached that level, around 1 peso level. So look at that. Looking at the potential of the company when it becomes operational, I think you're at a very cheap level if you are an investor. Okay. Um, for now, I think that it is respecting MA20 line as a resistance. So just in case it manages to go down, then the next area to watch out for is 2.54. It might create some more. It might strengthen the support at that level, because right now that's already our identified support. Price dropped at that level, there was a bounce, and then it happened again here, and there was a bounce. So it should not break that. Otherwise, if it breaks that, then that means it is still respecting this, its downtrend direction, and might create, if it breaks that, it might create a lower low. But since we have a support right there, I will still look into that first. Otherwise, it might just drop here and then bounce again. And unless it breaks the resistance area, then that's the only time I can say we now have a change in direction. So two things, okay? You can plot your trend line, resistance over here, support over here, and then on a horizontal level, we also have a resistance right at this area. Those are your key levels to watch out for. Okay? So far, your RSI is still at a healthy level. People are still interested in buying this stock. So there you have it. Emperador. Emperador, okay. So I think a lot of people may have already known this. So that's why the stock has been on a bullish movement since actually June or May. It started climbing up, and now we're already at a resistance area. See that? Minimal movements here, and just interesting that there's a high volume on the last day, right? And then there was a news that came out. So two things, right? So this is a resistance area, but I just feel like if if there's a good news, those resistances can be broken as well. So just watch out and see if price starts higher than 910, and then most of the action happens on the upside. then that means we might see some more movements going up. Might push the price higher and then continue to move up. Otherwise, if it starts 9-10 and then most of the sentiment is really going down, then I will not be surprised because it has already been climbing up significantly for the past how many weeks or even months. And over here, people are just undecided, and they don't know if they'll continue to buy some more or treat that as an expensive level already. But what's interesting on the last day paired with the news, so really maybe watch the market because who knows, there could be a gap up and price starts to move even higher and you have a breakout play there, right? And also there is a dividend release scheduled. X date is August 13, very near. All right, next one is FNI. FNI, okay, you see that it's slowly climbing up. You had foreign buying that happened, so I will still plot let's go to the weekly chart so it's clearer. See that it's just starting to move higher and higher again. There's a big potential in the stock. See that? So try to see if the financial health of this company is still in good shape. Okay, there was a decline. No Q2 earnings yet. Okay, so in the meantime, in case the market gives you a chance around 0.94, 0.95, I think that's already a good price to enter. Overall, just in case, because it has already been climbing up, you can use this price area. First area to watch out for would be your MA20 line because sometimes it would bounce right there. So see, it has been respecting that for how many weeks now? And right now, I just feel like people will be taking profit and it might revisit 1.06 first and bounce there. Or if it breaks, it will go down to the 0.96 level. Next one is SCC. So this one is going to be removed from the index. And currently, this is experiencing some rejection at the MA20 line. So it climbed up a bit, but there's an MA20 and we know that that could act as a resistance, right, when you are moving below that line. So I'm thinking it might continue to drop and revisit 9.43 at the moment because we see support built at that area or started to form at that level. See that for several days this price level is being respected. Each time price goes to that area, bounce. Another one here, bounce. So watch out, maybe you can get this at a cheaper price. Next one is APX. APX, wow, I find this already at an expensive level. Okay, so watch out because you're very near the okay, so this is the nearest resistance I see. This is where we are at right now. So if it continues to move higher, your next possible resistance because of this could be at 1.85. Okay, so far you're very near that line. So if you just want to do scalping, whereby when you say scalping, you enter and exit at at the minimal, at a small gain you exit. So you do several trades in a day. So right now that's your possible reward, but it might drop to the 1.43 level because this is where your MA20 line is currently at. So watch out because for me, well, for position traders, this is already a bit expensive. But interesting to know that there's a 7.27 million on foreign buying. Okay, so some people would also wait for this to be broken, resistance to be surpassed, because again, when we're beyond that line, it creates a brand new high or a brand new wave. The next is JFC. Okay, JFC, let's see. All right, starting to move higher than the MA20 line, but there's a resistance very near the area. There was a support built here, became a resistance here, or so support. So what we're waiting for is for it to break out of the 136 level, and once it does break out of that, then that's a good sign. We might have some more movements going up. In the meantime, next resistance is this level because of this, right? And overall, if you're to look at it as a long-term investor, look how much it has dropped since, in fact, since 2019. Okay, and then it dropped significantly. There you have it. Overall, if you're looking at Jollibee as a long-term investor, my take is this is the time you start accumulating. Next one is ACEPH. ACEPH, okay, so we've retraced, but it managed to bounce right away. So I think it has created a higher low. So I think it will push the price a little more and might create a higher high. So this is a key indicators that the stock is in an uptrend. There you have it. So what you can do, you can just replicate that line, and this one will now act as your resistance there. Okay, so it managed to respect this level, then it might push the price higher and probably create, let's see, where could it possibly stop? Okay, it could reach right over here because I saw this. Okay, let me plot that. Okay, so when it pushes the price higher, it could reach around 2.77 right here. Because currently when we retraced, it retraced halfway and then bounced. So next possible movement is again probably another green candlestick on Monday. Next one is home. As for home, okay, be extra careful. We are moving below the MA20 line. You had foreign buying, but let's see if we are now sitting at a support. Looks like it. Home has this as our support level. Look at this. This used to be your resistance, right? We managed to break out of that. So as I would always draw, when you're beyond your resistance, it moves higher and it revisits, and that's the time it goes back again. So I think that's the kind of formation that it is following right now. So this is normal, guys. Once you reach the support, people, you would see consolidation first. The same is true when you reach a resistance. Right, this one here, it reached a resistance, became sideways for a few days or a few weeks, and then it dropped. And I think that will also follow the same movement here. So let's observe 6.15 as it might create a support there. I think it is creating a support right now, and then that's the time it goes up again. The next one is MWC. MWC, okay, not a good sign. This is a resistance area, and as we go near that, then there was a drop that happened. So I feel that it will continue to drop. Overall, I'm looking at this area. Let's plot this level as our support, nearest support. So I'm not saying it will not break that ever, but there is a possibility that it could also bounce there. Used to be a resistance here, became a support here and here as well. So that could also mean an area of bounce. Then it goes up again, right? If that gets broken, that's not a good sign because profit taking is probably not over yet. Notice it has been on a climb for several months now, and people took profit, and this is the first wave. It could mean a lower high this time, and then it will drop. If it breaks 12.14, which is your last hint, if it breaks that, then it might create a lower low. Okay, so for now, watch and see 12.14 or even 12.06. Still within the area. CHP. As for CHP, okay, guys, check this out. We are moving sideways and we managed to cross the MA20 line. We're now above it, and nice volume as well. So maybe some stabilization around this level above the MA20 line before it kicks off again. And check out how much has this dropped for the past how many years, right? See that dropped so significant drop. But again, there could be so many reasons why a stock could be dropping, and one is of course their financial, and just check the PSE edge, see if you will see PSE edge, I mean everything about a company in PSE edge. What is the retained earnings and their debts, everything. And you will also see disclosures. Look at this. Cemex earnings slumped 93% on construction halt. Okay, so this company is associated to the construction industry, and we all know that in this period a lot of those got halted, and so this stock is also impacted. Revenue has declined, so just observe because this could just be a temporary bounce. In the meantime, probably do scalping or just do momentum trade if you start seeing this stock climbing up, because I just feel that when we have some bounces during this period, I don't see it really sustaining like for a long period of time. People would take profit after a few days, so it's a short-lived bounce, right? So this is the first set of recording for the day. I hope you guys would drop a comment and request for your stocks so I can have another session tonight and I can cover those requests. Also, I can maybe if I can review some more tonight, even if you are not going to request for it, I will still upload them. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching, and bye bye for now.